Hey everybody, thanks for listening to the Stuff I Heard podcast. This is your host Josh Peak, and actually we're going to have a special Stuff She Said podcast with the girls here tonight. We've got Dolores, Lori, Cindy, and Cheryl, and I'm going to walk out of here and let them do their thing. So take it away, girls.
Hey ladies.
Hi.
How's everyone?
Good.
This evening we've got Cheryl,
Yes.
we've got Lori,
Yes.
and we've got a friend from Ohio, Cindy. How's everyone?
Good.
Great. Full.
We had a great dinner, didn't
Oh my
we?
gosh.
Good dinner.
Delicious.
The,
It's the only
the,
time we
the chef did amazing, didn't
She
she?
did. She did a great job.
Cheers.
I can toot my own horn now that we've actually eaten. It was okay.
Oh, yes.
It's
I was
awesome.
a
It was
little
better
worried-
than just okay.
worried that it was not going to be.
And she thought you'd have leftover for days. Well, guess what? You
Hey,
don't.
no, I don't. I think there's maybe 5 shrimp left.
Oh, I did not even look.
Not a lot, not a lot. So what's been going on, ladies? Talk to me. Tell me.
Same old, different day, trying to get through the COVID.
Is everybody working? You
Yeah.
working, Cindy?
Oh yeah.
Back to
Working?
work.
Back to work?
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
back to work?
Full
Hasn't
full
affected
on.
my family too much.
Good,
We're all working.
good, good. It did us for a while with my work and with Josh's work, but everything's back to normal.
Yeah.
Just not, some things are a little bit different, but for the most part, I'm kind of wondering if masks are going to be the new thing. I mean, there's already, I think it's going to be, we're going to see some changes here soon.
I think so too. I mean, part of the state, I know that in the upstate, they're going with masks in shopping, while grocery shopping
Yeah.
and Walmart. And we haven't implemented that here in the PD area, but I think it's coming.
Don't we already have several cities in South Carolina that has done that? Maybe Greenville?
Greenville, the upstate's the only area I know.
What about Columbia?
I don't think so. I don't
Okay.
think that has been
Okay.
implemented yet. But I know.
Now,
I haven't heard of anything.
Cindy,
Is
you
it
live,
Ohio?
yeah, you live in Ohio.
Yeah.
Where at in Ohio?
Central Ohio. I'm halfway between Cleveland and Columbus, so we're very, very rural, and the corona impact on us in our county has been very low.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. So we haven't really been affected.
So now when you grocery shop, do you have to wear a mask?
No.
Oh, that's good.
The only place I've had to wear a mask is when you go into doctor's offices.
Right.
What
What about if you get your hair cut?
I don't get my hair cut.
Okay, okay.
I don't do that.
Well, I mean, here we're not required to wear them in grocery stores. We don't
We
have
already
to
are.
wear them. But now there are some things we have to wear them at. We cannot go in a barber shop or a beauty salon here without one on. You
Yeah.
cannot get your hair cut,
Nail
colored,
salons, any of
nail
that.
salon. You can't do any of that.
Now,
without a
I
mask.
have a
Sure
dentist
about that.
appointment on Monday, and
I did have a dentist appointment.
yeah,
You can't wear a mask in a dentist appointment, but they were they're checking temperatures and asking you questionnaires.
Well, this is-
questionnaire to fill out. Have
Yeah.
you been sick?
Right.
Have you feverish? You know, that kind of thing.
well, this is what my dentist office told me for my upcoming appointment on Monday. They said, when you get here, call us, let us know. That's going to be your check-in. When you come into the building, you won't sit in the waiting room. You will be wearing a mask. When you come in, they asked me if I had a mask. I said yes. They said you'll go straight to your hygienist chair and get in, wear your mask. Then, of course, when she's servicing you, of course, she'll take it off. But there's nobody allowed in the waiting room. And she asked me all the questions about fever, if I've been sick in the last 14 days, if I traveled in the last 14 days, et cetera, et cetera. So they're being very cautious.
Well, I have a question. Maybe you ladies can answer this question. I don't understand. I get the 6 foot apart thing. I get the mask. I don't understand why it has to be both. If they're going to require us to wear a mask, let's just say, for instance, I go to the salon to get my hair done. I've been twice now since they opened back up.
Yep.
You have to wear a mask. Okay, I have to wear a mask. She has to wear a mask. Everybody in the building has on a mask. Why does the salon chairs have to be 6 foot apart?
Because you're touching them. You're still touching them with your hands.
Okay.
You still could have germs on your hands.
Yeah, but the
Oh,
6 foot thing is because of the
The-
aspiration.
Right.
That's what I
Right.
thought it was. And if you're wearing a mask, isn't that supposed to stop?
It's supposed to help. It doesn't. It doesn't.
Yeah, I don't know that
It helps
actually
your
stops it.
mask help you from aspirating germs to other people. It doesn't help germs coming into you.
It is definitely not comfortable. at all.
It's
I'm-
hot.
It's
I'm-
hot. It's
I
very
was
hot.
out in our mill the other day, and I had a mask on, and I mean, it was not like super hot outside yet, but the inside of the building was obviously hot, and I was up on the second floor, and I literally couldn't breathe.
Yeah.
I mean, it was so stifling, and I kept pulling it up. I'm like, guys, I can't. I mean, this is like
Yeah,
hard.
that defeats the purpose
It,
right
hin-
there.
Yeah.
Right, it hinders your oxygen level.
Yeah,
It
and I-
does.
But we have. You mean our guys have to work in that
Oh.
For
conditions
8 hours a day with
Yeah,
a mask
12
on.
hours a day.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
the next problem is gonna be people getting health effects from having the mask on too long.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I know I wore
I think
one.
that's gonna be the next health effect from the corona is people, I don't know what kind of effects it's
And the
gonna have
thing
on
is,
people,
I
but
mean,
it's carbon on, you're breathing your own carbon
That's what
dioxide.
that's what I would think.
And,
I know
depending
sitting
on-
under a dryer, go to the hair salon, sit under a dryer with that thing on.
and depending on
It's
what
hot.
they're made of, I mean, they grow bacteria.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
have to wash them and you can't wear them for a week or two,
Right.
you know, you
I
have
mean-
to clean them.
Yeah, they grow bacteria, and there's spores and all those sorts of other crap that you can get because you're wearing the mask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So
exactly, so I think that's gonna be a problem in the future.
I agree.
We're gonna.
But I
Are we gonna
I
see-
very rarely wear a mask where I'm at.
Well,
because of
we
the-
don't have to wear them all the time.
No.
Like I say, we're not made. Now we did. The three of us took a trip, which we'll talk about a little bit about our trip that we took down to South Florida. Here, you can go in grocery stores. They don't make you.
You're right, that's the same way.
There
it's in
are a lot of
Ohio
places
right
I know that you cannot even
Right.
go in a
And
place.
some people are choosing to wear them. You'll see people with them on.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's.
I do a lot. If I'm going to a grocery store, like Target or something, I'll stick it on.
Mm-hmm. I was in a youth camp this week, Monday through Thursday, and we had like 3 or 4 kids that came and wore their mask
Hmm.
while we were doing it.
I'm more scared, like, I'm a cleaner, I clean homes for a living, so when this first all started and they were running low on hand sanitizers and stuff, I would take a clean rag from my car and spray it with antibacterial spray, and I would carry it through the store with me. I'm more worried about contacting it through touch than
Mhm.
I am in the air.
Mm-hmm.
I've always
Yeah.
been a little more I've always thought about that aspect more even before COVID. I was always one of those
Oh.
kind of people that used the hand,
Oh, yeah.
the
Me too.
wipes in the grocery store to wipe the buggy
Yes.
off,
Mm-hmm.
or I had them in my purse to wipe the buggy off. I got a buggy one time that you could tell that somebody had let their child slobber all over. And it kind of, ever since then,
Yeah.
that's been years ago, I've always made it a point not to touch the buggy until I wiped it off. I'm like you, I'm more worried about touching things than I am breathing in things.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because I'm not very social, so I'm not around a lot of people at a lot of times, and when I go to Walmart, I don't, I duck and hide from people. So.
I don't touch my face, my eyes, and all that.
That's
a
been
lot.
hard for me to learn.
See I've never been one. I always wear makeup, and I try not to rub my eyes or touch my eyes because I don't want to smear everything everywhere.
Yeah.
So I guess over the years of doing that, I don't touch my face a lot. But that's like I say, I'm more worried about handling stuff behind somebody.
And what goes with that is going to the bank. The bank's.
Are you messing with the mic over there, Cheryl?
Yeah, she's having issues over there.
I thought I broke it.
It can be fixed. We have duct tape. we own some duct tape.
But our bank lobbies are not open yet.
Are you gonna sing us a song, Cheryl? No, if you break it, we can duct tape it. Trust me.
Our bank lobbies aren't open yet, but the girls in the drive-thru have to wear masks.
What?
And I'm thinking, yeah, and I'm like,
Well, that's because they're in the building with other people.
no, they're not,
Right.
because the lobbies aren't open.
Well,
But they're in the
They're in
building
there.
with
They're in there with their
two or three
coworkers.
other
Yeah.
people,
Yeah.
But I'm like, seriously, you have to wear a mask? And she's like, yeah. And I'm like, I'm more worried about touching the canister at the drive-thru
Exactly.
than
Yeah.
to be going in the lobby
Then
and
her
dealing with
sneezing on you
Yes.
with a mask on.
Yes, I'm more
Exactly.
worried about the touch thing than I am the breathing
How
thing.
much longer though? I mean,
Um,
it seems like we've tried to get back to of course, the cases have gotten. There's a lot
Higher.
more reported
Yeah.
cases,
Yeah.
but also too, you've got
A lot more testing.
a lot more testing,
Mhm.
but you've also got a lot more places open. you know, you look at Florida. Florida, of course, is one of the hot spots, they say, but they've also opened up Universal Studios. They've opened up SeaWorld, Busch Gardens.
Really?
Disney has not opened yet. No, the other theme parks have opened. I follow a guy on YouTube that goes to the theme parks, and he's been to the ones that are open. And he says that going to Busch Gardens and going to SeaWorld, they were not enforcing mask rules at all.
Really?
He said Universal and Islands of Adventure, cast members were saying to people who either had their mask pulled down or pulled up or wasn't wearing one at all, you have to wear a mask or you will have to leave. So, I mean, beaches opening back up, I don't know if that's why our numbers are skyrocketing, but if you look at some of the lines of the places that's doing the drive-through testing, they're lined up.
Well, I think that's why our
Yeah.
numbers are skyrocketing, is because we're doing a lot more testing.
Yeah, because at
Um,
first there was no testing to be done.
Available,
Because
right.
yes.
Yeah, I think that's why our numbers are crazy.
More so than other countries? Is that why our numbers
I'm
are
not
so much
watching
higher?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I really do. I think that's why our numbers are high, because of the amount of testing we're doing.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but we're
I'm
also
I
not-
have a
having-
question. You know, we're doing more testing now, like you said,
Mhm.
but are they testing for antibodies or are they testing for current corona cases?
They're current corona cases,
Yeah.
because they're just
Two
doing
different
either
tests.
the nasal swab
And that's
the,
current.
or the throat swab. Because I had a coworker this week. We had open testing at one of our local hospitals from like 10 a.m. till 6 p.m. until they ran out of tests, which literally they ran out of tests. But she was in the last group that it was like 5:30, and there were like 4 more tests left, and they didn't even do a nasal swab. They did a throat swab.
What's the difference? Okay,
Um,
I'm not a news
I
person.
don't know.
I'm not a news person, so
But
what's
I
the
don't know
difference?
either.
in
I
test?
don't know
Okay.
I mean, it's drive-up testing. So I told myself there was no way I was going to get tested unless, one, I felt like I was sick, or I
Right.
was truly exposed to someone direct contact
Right.
who had COVID.
Yeah.
I'm not going to.
I'm not gonna waste a test.
I'm not going to waste a test
I
just
feel
to
the
drive
same
through
way.
because I feel I'm good.
Yeah.
Unless I feel I have an issue that I need to protect the people around me, I'm not getting tested because it's not for myself; it's for the people around me.
Right.
I just don't feel the test numbers are
Accurate.
accurate.
Yeah, they're not.
I think they are
And they're
are
testing
out of
more
What do you?
now.
Okay, when you say not accurate, you think do you think they're reporting more cases than what we actually have?
No, I think they're reporting cases that,
that aren't
I don't know.
necessarily their sickness.
yeah,
They might be positive, but they're not
sick.
sick people.
So what is that? Is that
They're testing for
asymptomatic.
antibodies.
asymptomatic?
Asymptomatic,
Right.
yeah.
Means that you
Asymptomatic.
have it, but you have no symptoms, right?
Yes,
Right.
we had a couple people at work that were off, and they're like, I felt nothing.
I didn't even know I could have had it.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they got random
That
tested.
means
so-
you're a carrier, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And we all probably could have had it. We just
Absolutely.
Yeah, we would all be
I
curious.
would be more
I think
interested
it's been
in
around
having.
since last November, December. if
I would
not
be more
before that.
interested in having the blood test to see if I have the antibodies, to see if I ever did have it.
I'm sorry, they ain't sticking a nasal thing up my nose.
But yeah,
No.
that's
Not
for
doing it.
that's for
They
a
said
current
they
case.
jam it back in there.
Yeah, but the to find out if you've ever had it and
You could do a blood test.
is the blood test.
Okay.
And that's like $300.
But
I
that's
ain't doing it.
but they're not that's not what's being done. What's being done is the
Current.
the swab up your nose thing.
And that's a current
Exactly.
test. That's if you have
Exactly.
it now.
And that's why our numbers are crazy. Because people don't really need to get tested if they're not sick.
Yeah. Have any of y'all been to the doctor since all this started? Like a regular,
No.
I have. I just
Yeah.
recently went a couple weeks or week and a half ago or something, and
just like a regular? You had it something scheduled already? Or
yes, I had a schedule a year out, and
what was the difference?
nothing. I had to wear a mask.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm going to my 6-month dental checkup Monday, and they
Yeah, I
ran
went to the
through
dentist too.
they ran through the
Yeah.
gamut of things like, you know, have you had a fever? Have you been out
Yeah.
of state within the 14 days? Have you been sick in the last 14 days? You know, they went
Yeah.
through their little checklist. And
Well,
they
I
said,
went,
when you come here, call us when you get here. That's going to be your check-in. You don't come into the building. We will come and
Yeah.
get you, and you'll go straight to the hygienical chair. You don't even wait in the lobby.
See, it's that way whenever I go to the beauty salon. You don't go in, you don't walk in.
They
alone.
meet you outside.
They meet you outside,
Then
and
you
they
gotta fill out this.
you have to sign a waiver, and you
thing.
have
Oh
to
my God, are you kidding me?
sanitize.
like, hey,
you have to
I read this
sanitize
all
your
last
body,
time.
and
Can I just initially get that
Yeah.
little sign, you know?
basically saying if I get COVID, you're not held responsible. I guess that's what the paper says. I don't know. I went to the doctor Friday, had an appointment, scheduled it a couple weeks ago. Needed to get some blood work done because this is my general practitioner that does my blood pressure medicine. Got there at 12 o'clock. Got there at 20 minutes till 12. My appointment was for 12 o'clock. Walked in the door, had to wear a mask. Got there, and place was packed.
Seriously,
Packed,
inside?
so full. I've never seen it packed like that
Holy
before in my life.
crap.
And everybody in there was literally bitching. There's no other word to say but bitching. That they had been there for 2, 3, and 3.5 hours.
What?
And I'm looking at my watch thinking,
No way.
my appointment's at 12 o'clock. There's no way I can sit here that long. So I thought, okay, maybe, because this is a doctor's office that is Hope Health. And there's
Mhm.
multiple doctors in there. So I thought, okay, just chill. Just
Maybe your
chill.
doctor's
Maybe
on
my
time.
doctor's, So I sat there 45 minutes. And they had taken my insurance card because
But
my
that's
insurance changed June 1st. And she said, just go have a seat. I'm going to make a copy of this and bring it to you. 45 minutes later,
Still don't have your
she
card.
still didn't even had not even brought me my card back
I
yet.
would have been out of
And
there.
then there was 2 women sitting down from me. Of course, all the chairs are marked, sit here, don't sit here. And there was 2 ladies sitting down from me, and one lady was not a happy camper because she had been there for going on 3 hours.
Oh, no way.
And I had a thing, work called and said, can you? And I was like, yes. And I walked up to the window and I asked the lady for my card back. And I said, I can't sit here all day. I mean, it sounds like y'all are running behind.
Yeah.
So
That is absurd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? I'll call and reschedule and try to schedule an 8 a.m. or something like that where I can be one of the first ones.
That
This is
absurd.
ridiculous.
Yeah, that's just
So-
rude.
To me, not that going to the doctors, it's never fun anyway. It's usually way longer than what you think it's going to be. But I mean, when they started talking 2 and 3 hours, I was like, no, I didn't. It was not like I had to be there.
Mm-mm.
So I was like, just cancel me and then let me get out of here.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's awful.
But so we did have a trip. I think on one of our maybe the last podcast. I think the last podcast we had Maddie here, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think so. We briefly talked about the fact that we had a trip coming up for we went to South Florida. We were concerned that COVID was going to rear its ugly head, and it did. But the week of or the week before, we didn't
No,
find
that
out
was
until
the
the week.
riot stuff.
That's right. We had COVID and riots going on at the
Yes.
same time.
Yes. The
So we
riots.
went through. COVID actually had started. Things had started opening back up in the
Right.
Miami, Fort
They
Lauderdale
were in
area.
phase
Mhm.
2, I think, or something.
We were on, and so we knew we were going to be able to go, and then the riots happened.
Yeah.
And they put in curfews, right?
Yep. Yep.
Put in curfews.
Put in curfews, which closed the beaches again, and because we were looking forward to an open beach, and then we found out that they weren't going to open them because of the rioting and the
You had a
curfews.
pool though, right?
We actually had planned to stay at a resort, and they didn't let you know till what was it, like the week before, because
2
we
weeks,
kind
yeah.
of 2
No,
weeks
Memorial.
Yeah, Memorial Day.
Yeah.
And we were scheduled to go around the first part of June.
Yeah.
So we quickly found a house to rent, which was great because it had its own pool. That turned out really, really, really great. As far as the area, we really didn't get to see as much as we would have liked to see.
Because things were closed or what?
Well, because I mean, not really that. It's just things are different whenever you absolutely have to wear a mask. Down there,
Oh, we
Yeah, you can't go out.
well,
and
let me rephrase
Really?
that. Okay, you have to wear one when you fly. That's not a big deal. We made it through that because you do have that little nozzle of air that you can open up.
and we knew.
And we
told
knew
ahead
we
of
were going to
time.
have to wear one
Yeah,
flying.
Right.
We get there.
But it's only an hour and a half flight. If that.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
We get there, and of course we get there. We get to the house. We're waiting for our friend to finish work and drive up. She's maybe 30 minutes from us, 40 minutes. She texts us and says, "I'll be there in 30 minutes." The 2 women that sitting in this room with me could not wait 30 minutes to go to the liquor store.
Well, why wait?
So
I wouldn't be able to wait
It
either.
was
I'm
less than a mile.
sorry.
The liquor store was less than a mile away. It was a nice.
So they
little walk.
decided
It wasn't even that. It was
we
like
did. We did.
0.3
Less than,
miles.
yeah.
0.4 miles.
Oh,
I
we
don't know
did.
what
We
it was.
walked. And as we're walking and I'm dragging up the rear because I'm
Little.
fussing the whole way, we can't wait 30 minutes for alcohol. Seriously,
No.
seriously, people, we can't wait.
No.
So I'm tagging along behind the 2. They're
You're
walking.
jogging.
They're walking ahead of me. And as we're walking, I just randomly say, "Did anybody think to bring a mask?"
Oh, because you couldn't get in the liquor store.
We didn't know that then.
And see, we come from a state where you're not
'Cause you're
required to
not-
wear one.
Yeah. So,
So
we
you couldn't get in the
So we got all the way to the liquor store and couldn't get in the liquor store
Did
because
they wait on you door to door?
no, we did have a.
no, because she has someone in her party that is not afraid to ask a stranger. Excuse me, do you have an extra mask we could buy from you?
Or can you go in and get my liquor for me?
And then this
No,
nice,
they wanted to shop.
Well, we wanted to look
They wanted
around.
to look
then,
around.
So then we had this nice gentleman. He goes like, where are you people from? Do you not know
Yeah.
that you're supposed to wear masks? And we're like, we're from a state where you don't have to wear masks everywhere you go. And he's like, hold on. So the nice gentleman
So the nice gentleman did give us a
Did
community mask.
did give us
A community?
Yeah, well, it was one mask, 3 women.
Oh, okay.
We
I thought maybe it was his old one.
No. It was a new mask.
It was a
but
new mask. It
we
was a
did.
new
We
mask.
went in each one at a time, sharing this one mask,
Getting
what we
serves
needed.
a purpose.
getting
Yes.
what we needed.
Yeah.
So there's no doubt if anybody in this group has had it,
We've all
had it.
Yeah.
so we each take turns shopping with the one mask. And we get out and we're texting Maddie. She's not even 30, she's less than 30 minutes away. We take off and it starts raining. And I'm like, seriously, we forgot the mask. We're caught in the rain. And Lori's like, let's just walk. So we strike off on the top.
And our friend who
Our
was 30
friend-
minutes away was already on her way there, so we knew she was close by. We're like, come pick us up. So
Did she not pick you up?
She
Yeah,
did come pick
she
us up.
She just happened to come around the corner. I'm like, oh, there she is.
found us.
She's like, look, these 3 homeless women walking on the street with their bags of liquor
and our one community
and
mask.
our one community mask. We need a ride back to the house. But we had a good trip. We did. I mean, like I say, it was a little different in the fact that we didn't get to do some of the things we wanted to do. We did go one evening to the mall.
Oh, that was terrible.
That was terrible.
Oh, it
Why?
was so depressing.
Why?
About 20% of the stores were open.
Oh, really?
Everything
Oh.
else
And
was
nobody there.
Nobody
and,
there.
and we're talking a huge,
Huge
Yeah.
mall in
Neiman
Fort
Marcus,
Lauderdale.
Dillard's.
I mean, huge mall that was like a ghost
Yeah.
town. It was literally
Weird.
like, yes,
I didn't like it.
yeah, it was.
I didn't like it.
I didn't
Well,
like
it was very depressing.
It was
really
very
was.
depressing.
It was very
It was the
depressing.
most depressing
I would've
part
loved
of it.
it.
Yeah.
Yes. No people? Woohoo! This is my kind of shopping.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
it would have been okay if something would have been open though.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
nothing open.
it's very depressing to see so little people and to see so many stores closed.
Yeah. Which I just don't understand because retail is supposed to be open now, and I don't know what's
We've
going
seen
on.
some really good sales if we'd have
Yeah,
been in the
there were.
mindset to
It-
shop.
I wouldn't even. Yeah, I wouldn't even.
But I wasn't in the mood
Yeah.
to shop once I saw that. But like I say, it was and then the restaurants and things are pretty much the same
Yeah.
there. I mean,
You had to wear a mask?
you have to wear a mask to get until you're seated. And
Once
then
you're seated, you can remove your
you
mask.
could remove your mask.
And were the tables 6 foot apart?
Yes.
Yes. Now,
Yeah, I
the
was
one
sad.
place we ate at the night that we went and did seafood was that. Remember the coconuts at the
little
marina?
bit, yeah,
That
a
one
little.
probably wasn't quite 6 feet.
But I mean, I never
Well,
felt
but there was
uncomfortable.
but they had like left that table behind us open.
That's right.
And
I never felt
Yeah.
uncomfortable.
No, I never felt
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Not at all.
No, it was, you know.
Now we did. That's the night that we rode back on like the boulevard back, right when you had the ocean on one side and then you had the restaurants and everything on the other side. I had never. It's been years since I had been to Fort Lauderdale, and go around that way, go in, because it's right here.
Yeah.
I had never been. It's been many years since I had been to Fort Lauderdale, so we did drive on the strip for a little bit going back to the house that we had rented, and that it looks like it would be a great town.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's someplace I would definitely love to go back to.
Well, and plus we didn't have great weather.
No, the weather didn't really
It
cooperate
didn't
with us.
cooperate. So
It was very warm, and it's South
extremely
Florida,
overcast.
extremely overcast.
Rainy a couple times. So yeah, that was.
It was that made it a little bit different than what, but we spent a lot of time in the pool at the house that we rented.
And watching, in the house watching Selling Sunset.
We started
on
watching
Netflix.
Netflix, Selling Sunset
Selling
on Netflix.
Sunset.
No,
We started watching that on Netflix. We watched, I think, one whole season, didn't we?
Yeah, it's a real estate agent in California, in LA,
Oh,
and
okay.
it's an actual real estate agent. And they had two guys who are brothers who own they're the brokers of this company. And there's 6, 7.
There's at least
Real estate
6
agents,
or 7.
all pretty women, you know, gorgeous.
Yeah, these women are like supermodels.
Yeah.
These women are drop dead gorgeous.
But they're selling multi-million-dollar homes. And it
Oh yeah, they're
shows-
making hundreds of thousands of dollars on their commissions.
Yeah. So it just shows that whole thing and how catty and cat fights and stuff and all that. But it was actually pretty fun.
We actually we watched that every evening because Maddie had actually watched the first season, so she
Yeah.
was like, we just wanted like TV on in the background is what we had originally said we wanted was just TV in the background.
Right.
And then we all got
And then we all got
in.
sucked into it. But it was pretty. And the weird thing was, there was several scenes where there were places that I've been to with Kayla.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, it was so cool. In fact, I made Cheryl stop it. I said, pause that. I said, hold on a second. And I flipped through my phone. I'm like, look,
There's a
right here it
picture.
is.
Yeah.
It was the exact same spot with Christmas decorations. That was when we was in there in December. But some of the houses, oh gosh.
Yeah, there was one house on there for season 1, I think it was, $40 million house.
Yeah, they were building it.
They were building. It was under construction. $40 million. The commission on it was like 1.2 million. I was like, oh my gosh.
And they wound up selling it for what, 36?
And now I don't know. I can't
Point
remember
something.
if they sold it while we watched it or not. I can't remember.
I don't think they had, but Maddie said they had sold it.
Okay.
For that price or whatever.
Anybody got any plans coming up? Any trips? Well, you are. You're headed down.
I'm on a trip.
You're on it. You're on vacation, right?
I'm on
Yeah.
vacation.
We're gonna go.
Where are you going?
We're going to Stopping at Florence, our good friends here, and then we're headed to the islands down in Georgia, and then we're going to travel back up to Savannah for a couple days, and I'm just kind of anxious to see what the corona has,
Yeah.
you know, the mask thing.
Yeah.
And,
Have you
kind of thing.
prepared with masks? Do you have masks?
Oh yeah,
Okay, good. Good.
yeah, we got masks.
You're
Just in
back
case.
up this way though by the 4th, right?
Yeah, we'll be back here next week.
Okay, good.
So,
Yeah, we'll all be together. We're gonna hopefully we'll all be together again on the 4th.
yeah, we had a trip. We had a trip planned in May for the Bourbon Trail up in Kentucky, but everything was just too shut down at that
Yeah.
time, so we put it off.
Yeah.
And
Well, they probably didn't have it anyway.
Yeah,
so
Josh
I
is
thought-
actually supposed to be in Atlanta seeing the Black Crows now. Today.
Yeah, all the concerts. Are,
Yeah. He was supposed to do that this weekend, as a matter of fact. But
Big group events like that, I don't see those happening at all in 2020.
What?
Any
Big
kind
group
of
events like concerts and stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're all canceled.
your
Yeah.
big group event got canceled, right? Because we've talked about the wedding
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it didn't get canceled. It got postponed.
got postponed.
Postponed.
They're not not canceled. It
Yeah,
just got postponed.
Yes, wedding is now in May of 2021.
Get everything worked out with the venue.
Well, yes. I mean, we only had a limited selection on being able to pick dates, but they made it work. Not really what they wanted, but they made it work. I guess the most important thing was that all of her venue people or her vendors, whatever you want to call them,
The cake people, the music people.
Did
Yeah,
everybody
all
work
that.
with her?
everybody was able to reschedule.
Good.
And she's got everybody.
Good,
She was
good.
prepared to lose, one, maybe even two, but everybody was able to. Even her videographer guy had something already scheduled for that day, and he is now partnered up with someone else, and he's like, I'm going to send him to the other because I want to be your wedding.
Good.
So.
That had to be a hard decision to make, though.
Oh, it was a terrible. Yeah, it was a tough week. The week that this was going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and I knew what I wanted as the outcome, but it wasn't up to me.
Yeah, right.
And Ian's mom is a little bit high risk for the coronavirus, and when they talked to her about it, she's like, I will probably be there for the ceremony, and that's it. And he's like, what do you mean? She's like, I won't feel comfortable in August to be at
A
event.
group
Right.
event, yeah.
Yeah, and so, that was
Gosh,
like,
I hope by May of next year, though, this is.
It will. We just have to have faith that,
Hopefully they'll have a
Yeah.
vaccine by then.
they thought
I
they
just
would
think-
by the end of this year, but
We're just gonna have to learn to live with it until they have a vaccine for it.
Which is, I
because-
guess, wearing the mask,
Yeah.
doing the 6 feet,
Washing your freaking hands, people.
Yeah.
standing on the polka dots on the floor.
yeah,
Yep.
I mean,
polka dots,
avoiding the seats that have the sign that says "Do not sit here."
right?
Mhm.
So, I mean, that's all. Yeah, we canceled. We actually had plans for a week from a Saturday to a Saturday at Disney in first full week of December, and we finally made the
They're
decision.
not even open yet, are they?
No, they're opening up in July. They're
Okay.
opening up mid-July, but with all the restrictions,
Yeah.
I mean, there's no parades, there's no fireworks, there's just so many things that
And
they're not. I mean, and we don't go to ride the rides anymore. That's not what we go for.
You go for all the extras.
We go for all the extras. We go for the parades and the dining and
And
the fireworks and things like that. And I was like, I don't see paying this kind of money. I mean, everybody knows it's not cheap to go down there for a week.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to pay that kind of money, and there'll be half the things that I enjoy doing I can't do.
You can't do, yeah.
And,
And
yeah,
they're
let's
certainly
just-
not gonna reduce the price, that's for sure.
And yeah, let's just go. And you have to schedule. We had already booked a package that had X number of park tickets where we could hop around to the different parks. That's not allowed anymore.
What?
They canceled Park Hopper until next year.
Wow.
Oh wow.
So I mean, and you also have to make a reservation. So Monday the 22nd, because I already had reservations set up. I set them up in February. On Monday this past Monday, I was supposed to go online and I was supposed to let them know what days I wanted to be in which parks.
For December.
For December, I had to schedule a reservation for each day in each park. Now that took place on Monday. I'm going through a travel agent. The travel agent reached out to me and she said they're not allowing any travel agents to do this. You have to do it on your own. Well, I was already kind of messing around with the whole canceling it anyway. So I made the decision then, I'm out. Let's just go ahead and cancel this. She can get us back our money. I heard, because I'm on several feeds on Facebook that people at Disney and that kind of stuff. Some people sat on hold for over 4 hours trying to schedule reservations to get into the parks. And I was like, I'm
No.
glad I didn't.
No,
it's
that's
not
not
worth
even
it.
worth it.
Done.
Not
What's
at
the
all.
point in going through a travel agent
Right.
if you're the one that's got to do the work?
I want to backtrack to her daughter's wedding for a minute. How much did the restrictions have to play with Megan canceling or postponing her wedding? Because they're allowed to have large groups now, but what's
Well,
the
but see, they canceled before that even came out.
oh really?
Yeah, they canceled on a weekend. That following Monday is when the governor came out and said you can have groups of 300 or less, but there's all these restrictions. And Ian looked at Megan and was like, I'm
No.
not.
What,
So
what
wouldn't
kind
be
of
fun.
restrictions?
You can't have any like gatherings on like, so if you were on the dance floor, like you can't do that. Like you would all have to be like super spread out. You could
we're
not
gonna do the electric
you had to wear
slide
a
6
mask,
feet
right?
apart.
You had to have masks. You could only see 8 people at a table, so that you would be able to spread the
Mhm.
chairs out. And there was some other stuff. I didn't read it because I don't.
It
know
would
about
not
it.
be
Yeah.
a fun wedding.
No,
No.
it wouldn't be a fun wedding, and it would be very uncomfortable.
Well, that's like going. I mean, that's like going anywhere. Go to Disney 7 days in a row and have to wear a mask the whole time. What's the point in even taking a picture?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What's the point in taking a picture? I
Right.
mean, you're
To
gonna have a
remember the
mask on.
code
Right,
COVID?
right.
I mean,
Yeah.
To remember what your eyes look like and with a
Yeah.
mask on?
Yeah. But no, like I said, with his mom not wanting and not feeling comfortable about staying there, Megan's like, Ian's like, well, I want my mom at my
Right,
wedding,
I don't- yeah, of course.
And so Megan's like, I feel like we're cancer, postponing this for one person. And I said, no, you can't look at it like that because that's only one person that you've talked to.
Right.
You haven't talked to the other 200 people that you've
Right,
invited
right.
to see how they feel. You might not get half of those people because they don't feel comfortable.
Right.
So I said, you are doing the right thing by changing
Yeah,
this.
by
And I
changing
hate
it.
that it's so far. The only other date was October 31st, Halloween.
That was even further.
No.
Oh, this
October
year.
Oh,
31st.
this year. Okay.
Yeah, but still,
But
because
there's
still, I don't
no
know that
fall. It's
they're-
gonna. They
and
say it's
there's
gonna.
still have restrictions.
Yeah, they can still
Yeah.
have restrictions by
Yeah.
that time.
Yeah, and if there's an increase of cases, so when she said October 31st, I'm like, oh, please say no. Please say no. I don't want that.
Oh, come on! I think it'd be cool to have.
Halloween wedding.
I was gonna say I would think it'd be
I
cool
would
to
have
have.
worn a mask. we all would have had to wear
We would have
masks.
blinged it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
We could go with skull mask.
There you go,
and
there you go.
Devil mask.
Any upcoming trips, Cheryl? Anything coming up?
The only thing I have planned is going to take care of my sister for her surgery.
That's coming up next month, right? Or
Yeah,
well,
next month.
Okay, well we're almost.
If it's still on, she sent me a text the other day saying that it may be later than the 17th, but tentatively it's scheduled for July 17th. So I will be out of South Carolina for about 3 weeks.
Where you headed?
Florida.
Thought maybe he's gonna come north. You can come see me.
Now,
Yeah.
can you? When you traveled down to Florida, well, we flew, so we didn't get that whole. We didn't get any kind of. What state are you coming from? I'm sure
I
they-
did.
You did travel down
I did
there by
when
by
I- 'cause
car,
I-
right?
Right, because I went to my sister's for Mother's Day weekend, and there was a checkpoint where you had to pull over. Everybody had to pull over.
Where? Going
That's
to Florida?
Going to
Florida.
But
It's not in Georgia. I'm
They
not
don't.
here.
They don't even have that anymore though. That
Oh, okay.
ended
Oh, okay.
like the end of May, like after Memorial Day.
Oh,
But
it's
I
like
went the
that.
1st of May.
Will any
And-
of that start back though now
All
with
they
these
did-
hot spots that they're
But all
talking
they
about?
did was ask me what state are you coming from. I said South Carolina. They're like, thank you, have a great day. And I mean, it was just, driving through, just
Yeah.
enough to stop and irritate you.
Now my boss went to St. Joe, is there some Saint something
Where?
in Florida?
St. Augustine.
No, it wasn't St. Augustine. I thought it was
St.
St.
Petersburg?
Joe's. Anyways, not this past week, but last week, and he had a checkpoint somewhere.
Yeah, like I said, it was just where are you coming
Yeah.
from, and you just
Yeah, and it wasn't.
it
Yeah,
was South Carolina.
South
and it was
Carolina,
like,
and
have a
it
great
was supposed to
day,
call
and then
in.
just
So.
But other than that, nothing, no plans.
Yeah, we've got to do something. We've all got vacation time now. Guess we just gonna have to wait and see what happens with Mr. COVID-19.
Mister.
We should go home. We should go somewhere else, honestly,
Well, there
And
you
let
go.
us
It's already everywhere.
and let us
else.
get back to some. I don't know what the new normal is going to be.
Yeah.
I just would like to be able to travel and not have to wear a mask.
Right.
So,
It is a pain, but
Well, ladies, we're right at 36 minutes.
What?
So
that went by
that
fast.
went by quickly. I know it would. It's not bad.
his-
Cindy, we appreciate you joining us this time.
Thank you. I just can't believe there's people around here that sit around and listen to us talk.
Oh, well,
They love
now
us.
there's not
Cause
like thousands of them, but there are a few.
we are quite
Because we're
informative. We're entertaining.
we're entertaining women.
That's right.
Informative.
As I
that's
roll
right.
my eye roll.
Oh, we'll have you listening to this podcast before.
Yeah.
We'll get you listening to the podcast.
Okay.
Come on, I need all the views and listens I can get. But thank you, ladies. Everybody's yawning. I fed everybody way too much shrimp and grits
You
and
did.
pound
Oh, yes.
cake and peaches, right?
Pound cake and peaches,
I haven't
baby.
had that. I'm getting ready to get it as we
I
get
know.
out this door.
Let's go get some pound cake and peaches.
Perfect.
All right, ladies. Thank you.
Happy
Thank
4th,
you.
everybody.
Happy 4th.
Thank you.
Everybody be safe.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thanks, everybody. Don't forget to rate, review, subscribe, and cue the cow.
Guys, to give me more likes. Give me more